So my favorite book, at least as a child, was the Narnia Chronicles, in particular Prince Caspian. And actually I was so much into the Narnia Chronicles that I wrote a sequel once I finished the last book because I was disappointed there wasn't any more. So I happened to bring that with me today. This is the 8th book of the Narnia Chronicles, which my teachers helped get it, I wouldn't say published, but I got it framed and put pictures and everything with it. So I was very proud of this in elementary school, and I just loved the imaginary characters and the style of how they were written. Right now I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so I watch a lot of Disney. So that's a difficult question because we're watching a lot of Beauty and the Beast. I'm actually really looking forward to my daughter seeing The Little Mermaid. It's coming out this fall. But as far as favorite movie, I don't think I have one movie that I'd say I like one over the other. But as far as Disney movie, I'd definitely say The Little Mermaid. So my favorite childhood toy was definitely Legos. I actually brought some of my original Legos today, and I loved building little towns with them, and my sister and I would play for hours and use our little Smurf figurines and just make a lot of really fun buildings, and I got quite elaborate doing it. So I'm Danish, so I'm from Denmark. I was born in Copenhagen, and technically my first language is Danish, which is why I have the name I have. Ditte is my first name, and then I married a Pittsburgher, which is why I have Karlovits as the last name. Denmark's actually considered has the happiest people in the world. And I think it's part of it because the Danes, they love to sing. They love to make a lot of homemade food and have people over to their homes. And they have a good balance between work and home life. So when I go and visit my family in Denmark, it's just really fun because you see the camaraderie and the tradition that makes Danes unique. My favorite thing in Pittsburgh is definitely being outdoors in North Park. We actually live very close to there, and we love to bike, or I have a double bob stroller, so I take my kids running around the park. There's like a nice 5-mile loop, and then there's just a million different playgrounds there. And if you get sick of the playgrounds, you just go for a hike in the woods. So love it there, especially in the fall. So I love to cook, and my specialty is homemade cheesecakes. I actually, if you will, apprenticed my friend in medical school on how to make them, and I can make anything from like a Heath bar cheesecake to a white chocolate raspberry swirl, macadamia nut cheesecake, dark chocolate cheesecake, you name it, whatever you like, I can make. And they're time consuming, but I really enjoy it. And now I'm teaching my children. So my honeymoon was actually at the Super Bowl. It was Pittsburgh versus the Seahawks 2005, and it was one of the most amazing honeymoons for me. I gave my husband the criteria that for our honeymoon we needed to go somewhere just the two of us and alone. And next thing you know, we're getting Steeler tickets to the Super Bowl, and I will say it was one of the best times of my life. I always knew I wanted to do something in healthcare, and it was actually in medical school during my pediatric rotation when I would go in to see the children that I knew I wanted to be a pediatrician. I couldn't wait to open the door and see what was behind door number 3. And it didn't matter whether it was an ear infection or a parent that had questions about their child. Just seeing that child and being able to know that I could help this family, not only the child but the whole family, educate them, help them in some way, that's when I knew I wanted to be not only a physician but a pediatrician. The best thing about being a pediatrician is the children. Children are so honest. They answer you directly. They tell you what they want to tell you. They don't beat around the bush. The best thing about pediatrics is just the children, I'd have to say, and then education as well. Knowing that a little bit of knowledge can go a long way. The children are really listening. The parents are listening, and I just love that aspect.